So You Wanna Be a Hero is made by and for ostensibly mature adults. As such, be advised that it may contain violence, sexual themes, and strong language such as raspberries or fook. Oh, fuck. The word is fuck. Ha. Full content warning may be found in the episode description below.
Welcome to So You Wanna Be a Hero, where five best friends said fuck it and pressed record. I'm your host, John Garza, and with me always are three of my four best friends. First we have Laus Weindel.
Yo!
And then Emily Robinson.
Hi, everybody.
And finally, Davis McQueen.
Oui, bellhomme.
All right, that was a choice.
That was good, though. I liked it. It was French.
Fair.
It meant yes, bellhomme.
That's good.
Handsome man. Say
I
what?
had no
Handsome
idea.
man. From here on out, I'm flirting with John in my intros and outros. I like it.
Yeah,
I'm here for it.
let's all do that.
Just why? I don't have a choice in this, do I?
No.
All right, well.
I
It's
don't
good
know how
to
to
see all
say
you
no
guys
in
again,
French,
and-
otherwise I'd respond with no.
For real?
What is it? No.
No.
You got yes. And arguably the easier word you did not know.
The easiest word in every language.
Listen. Hey, in Japanese, it's ie.
Okay.
All right, we get it. You're a teacher.
You know
You're
what?
just jealous you're not as poly as
You
me.
did not know no.
You know what? I think this is a great time for us to go ahead and segue into something else. Perhaps.
Dice breakers?
Now here comes our favorite part of this pitching
Oh my God,
episode.
sorry,
You know
this
that the
is
show
way
will
over.
start once we answer Brad's question.
Dice breakers.
Here we go, it's awful nice. It's dice
Yeah,
breakers.
we're not even gonna let you talk.
This
We're
is
going
our dice
straight into
breakers.
dice breaker, boys.
Who will roll the lowest now?
All right, everybody. You know how this shit works. I'm not willing to talk about it. Roll your D-fucking-20s and let's get going.
All right. Don't hound me, bro. It's a 10.
All right, we got 10.
17.
19.
Shit.
19. All right, Mr. McQueen. Let me get that D100.
39.
39.
Nice.
You can't say dice. It's a 39. All right, let's see what we got here.
39. So stupid.
So stupid.
I still haven't recovered from the double song.
I don't, sometimes you
You
just can't.
straight
wait.
up snorted.
I know.
It was here.
Crying too.
Yes, my
Okay.
eyes are watering.
This appears to be a very low-hanging fruit here. If you were to give nicknames to the other people in your adventuring party, what would they be? And if you can, give one that's embarrassing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
A little bit of a weird one, kind of a low ball, but it is what it is. All right, so who had the lowest? Is it Emily?
That was me.
All right, let's hear your nicknames.
I mean, I don't know how you top Tango Honeypot.
Fair enough.
Shit.
You want to call him Tay-Tay?
I mean, we literally all picked aliases last episode. So someone's answer is right there.
That's cheating.
Yeah. We don't cheat here at So You Want to Be a Hero.
Quick, just say a number on the dice.
Okay, we cheat sometimes at So You Want to Be a Hero.
Yeah, I remember. You just
Cheat
made up your numbers.
by-
for
I
like
got my sheets.
2 straight sessions.
But I never nat 20'd myself. I had respect.
Good on you, man. Is this from Trevor or from me?
Either one, you pick. Just tell us which one.
Okay.
The question
if
wasn't that
Trevor-
specific.
If Trevor were to give nicknames, Tango would be Sparky.
Hey.
Nice.
And Forte,
The pause.
I'm so sorry, but it's Trevor. It's not me, okay? Forte is Magic Fingers.
Yeah.
What?
There's a story here, huh?
All right.
You know what? Actually, I see it now and I get it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Appreciate it.
Sparrow.
No. Trevor would want to highlight her positive attributes.
Which are?
Captain efficiency.
All right. I like that.
I get a rank too.
That's good. Yeah, I know, right?
That's pretty good. All right, Laus,
All
you're
right.
up, buddy.
Sparrow is the silent one.
All right.
Trevor is Golden Boy.
I can see that.
Tango is the Creep de Hornet.
Wow.
Or Horn Dog.
Wait, is that what that meant in French?
Yep. Absolutely. It meant the crepe that's horny.
The horny crepe.
The horny crepe. Crepe du Hornet.
Oh, that's too good.
The Horny Grape is really good. That's a good
I feel
band
like that
name.
should
Honestly,
be a
here's
menu
the thing.
item.
I originally said creep, but I way prefer crepe. The horny crepe now. So
That should be a
that's
menu
my
item.
official answer.
It's just sausage wrapped in a crepe.
The horny crepe.
Alrighty, and finally, Mr. Tango Honeypot.
I mean, I'm tempted to say the scary one, the nice one, and the dick. And I think we all know who's who.
Yeah, obviously Trevor's a dick. The nice one.
Yeah, that checks out.
Wow. I mean, Golden Boy is actually what I was going to say for Trevor, so you read my mind. Sparrow, I would do something ironic like Robin or Vulture or
Sure.
something.
Yeah, so there was some bird.
And Forte would probably be the soft one. I don't know. Softy. Pianimoso?
Yeah, there you go. That was.
Pianissimo.
were close.
Pianissimo.
No, see, Tango wouldn't know that word. So he'd
No,
be like,
you're right. It would be pianissimo.
Yeah, exactly.
Pianissimo.
Wait, how do you say it?
The real one? Or
Yes, the real one.
pianissimo.
Wow, man. I just don't think my tongue can make that noise. That
I feel bad for your wife.
I'm gonna need a death saving throw, Davis.
Wow. Okay. I'm speechless. I don't have a response to this. Salt on my character.
Well, with that then, I guess we're in the recap portion of the intro since we're taking so goddamn long. Welcome to the recap, brought to you by Charlie's Kids Casino, now under new management. You thought your kids were wild before, just you wait until now. So, last time on So You Want to Be a Hero, we took flight. We were on top of the rock, which we got from Illyria Dreldrin. The rock named Zephyr, as we have learned, but also has a bird brain, so not very intelligent as far as us wanting to speak to it. Took us over yonder to Arminsguar. And the closer we got to Arminsguar, we found that the nights were getting longer, the days were getting shorter, and the squirrel suits were getting a little bit tighter, but that's due to, sadness. Tango had a crazy dream that had a fake crispy Mary Smelter, and honestly, reading that out loud and staring at the words, I don't love the character anymore
Yeah.
because it looks real bad. Anywho, Dr. Theron invaded Tango's dreams and caused him to gain 2 points of exhaustion. For all you nerds out there. And then Tango shoved Forte, me, off the rock. Thankfully, I had my squirrel suit on because of implied competence. But I then almost fell to my death. Twice.
But you didn't.
But I didn't. That is true. At the very last second, I dimension door into a bale of hay while Tango and Trevor glided down with ease. Well, let's put it this way. Trevor did not have ease, but Tango clearly chose their favorite. So we land, and we assume identities. Trevor takes the name Eric. Tango takes the name Waltz Vinegar Rag. And then Tango decides I am Ortho the Silent Monk. And then you don't really hear me in the last quarter of that episode because I took that moniker and ran with it. But no more! Now I'm just a monk. Ortho, the not-so-silent monk.
So silent monk in training.
The silent monk in training, yes. Not good at it, but trying his best. We went inside a tavern inside this town because we've noticed they were not bothered by a swarm of monsters that were outside of Arminsguar due to the overarching night. We enter the tavern. Trevor makes friends with the guards there and spots something very interesting in the corner of the room. A long metal rod with little buttons and designs that were very familiar to Trevor. One weapon belonging to Sparrow. Now this couldn't be, could it? Sparrows disappeared and we can't find them. There's no way they're here. Guess what? They are. And they're known as the Inquisitor. And how does the episode end? With them shooting out the wheel of a carriage coming towards Arminsguar and sacrificing that family to the dog. Honestly, I did pretty baller in this one, guys. I'm not gonna lie. It helps when I have a lot of clear and concise notes that are in order.
Crazy.
It's wild.
Well,
All right, well, oh, and Trevor left his armor in a hay, and that's pretty much it. John, I pass the mic back over to you.
Well, thank you, Forte.
Never mind. Trevor, what's up?
Thank you. I was making the Trevor sign. Point of order. Do we know it's Sparrow? Has that
Yes,
been?
we saw them. We saw them walk by.
Does the audience know
or
it's Sparrow?
was it the audience that saw?
No one knows it's Sparrow because the Inquisitor never pulled down the mask. It's simply a woman with the gun.
All right, quick addendum. John told us it was Sparrow, but we actually don't know this.
I don't even think he told us.
I didn't even say that.
I think we just assumed.
Everyone.
John did not. Hold on. Addendum to the addendum. Turns out John didn't say this. Laus made an assumption, though pretty confident in it.
I don't have a problem. You can keep the assumption. I like it.
Well, I'm keeping the assumption, but I want to clarify that you did not tell us at all.
Great save.
Thank
Maybe
you.
we want to roll it back.
No, I'm happy with double addendums.
Okay.
Brad's gonna make you re-record it.
He didn't the last time.
That is true.
I thought about this a lot this week, and I've decided I'm super okay with killing Sparrow. If Sparrow is the Inquisitor. So,
Good to know.
I will murder everything you love.
yep. Expected that.
And now we return to Arminsguar. The night has grown cold and heavy. You have rejoined your group of friends just as they have received their first round of drinks. There are screams that echo in the night. In the whole tavern that once was alive with jovial conversation, drink, and music has pretty much become a silent lull, as the only thing that pierces that heavy quiet are the creatures, the noise, and the scratching at the outer walls. You can see that everyone here has sort of accepted their fate. There is an aura of dread that pervades this place. And you find yourselves sort of coming grips to reality. You don't know how this place survives. There's no way those escorts make it here. There's no way anyone leaves. And it sort of strikes you as you sit there and drink And we will pick up there as the three of you have a quiet conversation after Trevor returns.
Well, that was unsettling. So's that.
Sorry, I was just hitting my glass. Guys, I'm a little concerned about what's going on here.
Same. There's a lot of those creatures out there. We flew over them, and why haven't they busted in here? Ripe for the taking, no? If those numbers that we passed over are to be believed.
Well,
Unless I was just making some up in my head.
you have a fly on your forehead.
Ow! That's a bad idea.
Ooh, all right.
I'm sorry.
Did I get it?
No.
You did, I think.
No, it's right.
Anywho. Trevor, did you learn anything talking to the guards over there?
So they said that Sparrow's rifle belongs to somebody called the Inquisitor, but probably shouldn't call them that to their face. That's like a secret nickname.
Right.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like the one we have for Forte.
Magic fingers.
Wait, you call me... you call Forte Black Magic Fingers? That's very kind of you.
Well, it's like how you guys call me Leather Daddy.
No. I'll just call you Tango.
Is that what you want us to call it?
Yeah, do you want to start calling you Leather Daddy? Because I don't like it.
Well, no, again, it's the...
I don't have an objection. I just want you to be called what you want to be called.
I mean, I definitely called you that a couple episodes ago, but not to your face.
Like a secret nickname.
It was like a secret nick. Well, no, I actually think I used it to introduce him, and it's a title. I believe that's what you said. Leather Daddy is an actual title that you hold.
Well, it's a ranking of craftsmanship you have to work very hard to obtain. Point of order, John. Did we all see the lady in the hood and mask take the gun out of the bar?
No, the three of you didn't see it at all.
Oh, okay. So that was...
Yeah, that was a cutscene.
Okay.
Well, here's my sort of theory, and it's just a work in progress. So please, any input. But I'm wondering if there's something or someone in here that's controlling the creatures out there.
I mean...
Because you remember when we were in the forest and they showed us Sparrow?
Mm-hmm.
So like the creatures were in control of her in some way.
Well, I do know of someone who loves controlling things.
What?
Not...
Who's that?
Oh,
yes!
Dr. Theremin.
Theron, the one who invaded your dream and kind of showed their hand that they're watching us?
Maybe I shouldn't scream that name here.
I can't believe you just did that out loud. Wait, did you for real do that out loud? I now look around.
Roll me insight.
Now, to be fair, I said it wrong. I said Dr. Theremin.
That the best you got, Davis?
That's all I got.
Yeah, I was just checking. I was seeing if you had something extra to add to that.
6.
As you quickly look around, that pang of paranoia, that memory, as fleeting and faint as it is, your eyes glance across the room, and you feel ice cold, but you don't see him.
Shh. Tango, don't say that out loud.
Remember, my name is Waltz.
Fuck.
Ortho.
Guys, we're not doing great at this at first. Okay. Oh, right. Ortho, Eric, Waltz.
Right.
Someone here controlling those creatures.
In fact, I almost kind of hope that's the case, because if not, then I don't know how anybody gets out of here alive.
I don't.
I didn't think that was a particularly funny statement.
Not funny, haha.
You laughed.
Out of fear?
Oh. Well, that's a perfectly valid reaction.
I think at the end of it all, no one gets out alive. There's too many creatures out there. I don't know what is keeping them from coming in, but the second that goes away, be it person or item or just a weakening of a spell, this place is done. And all these people in it.
So what you're saying is, not only do we need to find Sparrow, but we need to find what's controlling these creatures and take control of it so that we can get these people out alive.
Not what I was saying, but considering the fact that there's no way for us to get out of here, yeah. That is a great idea, and that makes, unfortunately, a lot of sense, much to my own chagrin.
And that's why you're our employer.
Benefactor.
You heard it. Both of you. It's verbal contract, thank you. But
Okay.
at this point in time, fuck.
Yeah, okay. So
Language.
Sorry. Fork.
I was so focused on how we get into the fort, I didn't think about our exit strategy.
To be quite honest, same.
See, at the time, I thought that we were going to be helping those other people get in, and then we would all sort of exit together, but I don't think they could get here.
I don't think they're getting in either.
I don't know how we tell them that we borrowed their rock for nothing either. I can write them a letter.
Trevor, you know what you should do?
What?
We'll make sure that you can tell them in person.
Well, that would be best, yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of. Sorry, I don't have a lot of good vibes going on right now because either they're going to get eaten by those things or the rock will at least stop them from going. But that doesn't change the sheer fact that Ortho, Eric, and Waltz are stuck here. Currently without board.
Right.
Oh, well, I'm pretty sure I can sleep in the stables. It seemed like we kind of worked it out, but,
With who?
oh, with those guards.
Oh, for reals?
Yeah,
Wait, are we all working in the stable?
I didn't mention you guys, actually. I'm so sorry. Should I have done that?
No, you
I thought you
absolutely
were a
should not have.
Hey, looking around, am I the only halfling in this whole establishment?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there are in fact two
Okay.
halflings.
So I don't stand out super bad.
No, you do not stand out super bad.
I will find a place for Waltz and myself to rest. If you are happy with the stable.
Well, yeah. It's where my stuff is, so, just makes good sense.
Oh, yes, no, perfect sense.
Okay. So, if I could really quick, I think we're kind of looking at 3 options here. Okay? Option 1, we have to find Sparrow and then find a way out of here. And I think the only way out of here is finding the guy who released all of the nightmares to begin with, right? Because he's here.
Well, we are hoping.
Okay, so that's 2 people we have to find. And that's our first 2 options. What order do we do it in? Because either way, we're going to raise an alarm. Do you see what I'm saying? Either we find Sparrow first, raise an alarm, and then we're stuck under siege trying to find the guy who can help us get out of here.
Unless they're already together.
But the odds of that are... I don't know. I don't know what the odds are. We're not even...
Well, if Sparrow's being tortured, someone who controls nightmares seems like the kind of person who would do torture.
Well, I don't think he controls them, but he might at least know how we can get past them. He would have the most knowledge that I'm aware of.
I think we need to find Sparrow's gun again.
You mean the one over there? Trevor turns. Is the gun still there?
It is gone.
Well, raspberries. Why didn't you say that earlier?
I was silent at that point.
Okay. But there's a third option, right?
Did we hit the second option?
I'm confused about dividing this into options.
Same. So far, it sounds like all you did was throw our current plan at us.
No, sorry. Just to clarify, the first two options are inverse of each other, and it depends on who we
Understood.
make contact with first.
Makes sense. Do we find Sparrow and then... Or...
Okay, so
and
option
then-
1, we prioritize finding Sparrow. Option 2, we prioritize finding...
Whoever can help us escape. I forget his name. Who was the general? Or captain?
Oh, you mean Donhorn?
Yes.
Liam Donhorn?
Yes, because I think he would have the best knowledge of these creatures, considering he brought them into this world, right?
That's an assumption.
Yes, it's all I have to go on.
Oh, that's fair. What's your third option?
Third option, we act as the men on the inside for when the druids actually get here.
How are they going to... There's
it was-
only like 30 of them. How are they going to get here?
Well, that's a really good question, and I don't know, but I'm sure they have a plan. Look, for as crazy as she was, that Saren lady seemed like she was a pretty smart cookie.
So are you saying our options are rescue our comrade in arms, look for whoever's pulling the strings here, or wait around for someone else to do the heroine?
Well, not wait around, but prepare subterfuge to help them take the fort. Sabotage, if you will.
Also, you said 30. I'm pretty sure there were like 8.
They're each worth 4? What would the math be?
I assumed there were more unnamed characters. Right?
No, Trevor just can't count.
Cool, thanks.
Not a terrible idea. Subterfuge. However,
Sabotage.
sabotage. I mean, we're here for Sparrow. I say we fucking prioritize Sparrow.
I mean, I don't understand. I still don't like that we're referring to it as an option instead of like an imperative.
Well, it is imperative.
Thank you.
If anything, if we can at least get eyes on Sparrow and know where they're at, then try to... Because it depends on the condition that poor bird is in, as I glance around. Let's find the cage and see if it's singing well. Otherwise, if it's singing great, we should free it from its cage. But, you know, if it's not, then we have to carry that cage along with us. And
All right,
until we
so-
know how to
hang
get
on.
out of
I
here.
have to roll insight to see if I'm understanding this
Right.
All right,
topic change.
two things need to happen here. You're rolling insight to understand Forte. Forte, roll wisdom.
12.
Okay.
8.
Okay, and I need you to roll animal handling.
Oh, great. 16.
Okay. So. With
John's tired of
with,
our shit.
with 16, rocks are natural-born hunters. They travel massive distances, looking for food and returning to their nests. A trained rock will find its way back to where it's supposed to be, and it will find it quickly. Worrying that they're not going to be able to get here is something you don't think you really need to concern yourself with. At a minimum, the rock will have returned to its previous master and to the Villicaporians that they can use later. With a 12 on the insight, you get the feeling that Trevor has no idea what you're saying.
Shit.
And Trevor, you think there's a bird somewhere in a cage here that needs to be saved. A canary in a coal mine.
I think
abused.
Robin might be here.
Robin might be here.
I
You
didn't
think
hear
Forte saw Robin?
sing, but
I think Zephyr's gonna be fine. You think they captured the rock?
No, you numbskull. called using code.
So what makes you think that little bird might be here?
Because we already all know that the little bird is here. That's why we're here.
Right. I guess I just missed that because I was so focused on Sparrow.
Yeah! The bird. Okay. I
I need to mark this section. I'm gonna have to cut some of it.
okay.
What are you talking
I got-
about? This is gold.
Okay. I'm getting up. I'm going to the bartender.
All right, you get up and you go to Hilda.
He started narrating what he's doing.
You see an older woman, stout in stature, about 6 foot tall, 215 pounds. Tattoos on her forearms. You see anchors and waves. Her hair is a rough brown. And she's missing her right eye. There's a scar across it.
Hello. I am known as Ortho the Monk, and I am looking for a place to stay. Do
Oi.
you have room
You're a
here?
monk, huh? You're looking for a place to stay here. You came to this tavern looking for a place to stay?
Is there not rooms above?
We don't provide rooms. We just provide drink. There's nowhere to stay here.
With that being said, an ale, please.
Sure, what kind?
Brown.
All right. You can see her eyeing you. Where are you from, Ortho? As she takes a tankard and begins to pour.
I am from the outskirts of a harbor town called Taran.
You're from Taran?
The outskirts of Taran,
Sure.
away from the people.
How long ago did you arrive, Ortho?
I believe I arrived over the course of a moon's age, when the sun rose and the moon rose, and then the moon rose ever higher.
Roll
Oh,
me-
Granddad, what are you doing here? You should be in bed.
All right, I need deception with advantage.
My Eric boy.
I need deception with advantage, no more.
Dirty 20.
19.
As
No judgments here.
as she watches you, there is a moment where you can see her face, and there's just this roll of her eyes. Sure, your granddad needs an ale, and you need a room, right?
No, we're. Why would we need a room?
Because you're from, and she holds up a hand to you. Where'd you
What?
just come from, friend?
We've been here for a long time, but
long
originally
time. Interesting. And she,
Tarn. I work over in the stables. I'm Eric.
you work in the stables. I didn't realize we had a second stable hand. Who's that fellow you work with again?
I'm a hermit on the outskirts of Taran, my boy.
Yeah, I know the guards told me his name.
Sure, roll wisdom.
Fuck you. Can it be something I'm good at?
No,
It just happened
Eric.
a month ago.
This is not right, but it starts with an L.
Wrong.
God dang it.
17.
It's either Willis or Wilson.
Fuck you.
I know what it is. Of those two. If only you could hear this conversation and had telepathy.
Oh, no. Tango is over at the table, just like his face buried in his hand, just like, I can't even.
I got you. Don't worry. I need you to trust me.
I super don't.
It'll work just fine. Just choose your name.
Well, I call him Willie.
Sorry. Oh, that's a strong ale.
Right. Well,
You really shouldn't be drinking in your condition.
but I assume then that
If
you.
I'm going the way I want to go.
Okay, well,
As a
hopefully the way
monk
you
of
want to go is
Isnius.
this way. Come on now, Granddad.
Oh.
And I lead him away.
You see her eyes narrow as she watches the two of you leave, and she picks up a glass and begins to clean it.
I make a point to wave at my guard friends.
You catch Cassandra's eye, who looks over at you, looks over at the old man you're guiding, or the old man,
It's a good thing I got that
and
leather
kind
mask
of,
on.
kind of just a very half-hearted wave as she continues to drink and converse very quietly.
Just a quick question. You have a veil on your face? Are your horns visible?
I got white hair.
Is your skin a very different non-human color?
You said it was a leather mask.
I'm just curious how obvious it is.
Time out. If David's trying to fuck us over,
you-
I'm in fight mode now. What is a leather veil? How do you see through a leather veil,
Hang on. Are you
Davis?
complaining that he's not human, so he can't be my literal granddad? Because in a lot of cultures, you just call an elder person granddad.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, back the fuck off, dude.
My question is it obvious we have a tiefling and a human?
Are you trying to get us killed?
Yes.
I thought you guys were trying to get us killed.
I'm old.
With the worst lie I've ever seen.
Look, I didn't realize there wasn't rooms at this tavern. I thought it was a tavern in like the Axe and Skull.
So, on further consideration and having overheard part of that conversation, I think y'all should probably sleep in the stables with me, because it's not like people arrive here anymore. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm sad now.
It's okay, Granddad.
I ruined the chance at a good room for myself. That was nice and clean.
I don't think there were any clean
There's
rooms.
so many dirty horses in the stable.
Well, you don't have to. There's a upper portion.
Tips.
Okay.
That's where the mice hang out, but sure.
Oh, did you join us, or are you still at the table in the tavern?
Oh, I assumed you walked back to the table.
No, we left.
You guys walked out?
We left.
We had to. We had no choice. This went bad real fast.
All right.
Oh shit!
I got an 8 perception check to see if I noticed they left.
Tango.
Tango, stop paying attention to the whole thing. We both left the table, and Tango was just like, nice tavern.
So
I'm looking around.
as you're sitting there, drinking your ale, sort of taking in the basic quiet that is around you.
Well, it's chunky. It's good.
It is a little bit chunky. As you're sitting there, you feel a warmth around you and a soft thud as someone sits next to you. And as you turn to look, you hear a familiar voice. Well, well, well. If it isn't Tango Honeypot. It's been a while, friend. And when you turn and look, you see a woman with flame bright orange hair, black skin, these glowing yellow eyes, beautiful sort of black wingtip eyeliner, sort of dangling golden earrings, a leather, sort of a bag of, better word, like a bikini top, and these sort of small leather skirt and thigh-high boots. Clearly,
This feels very out of place.
Yeah.
It's Christy P. Mary Smelter. Crispy's twin sister.
and you recognize her immediately. She's a long-lost friend from the Enclave that dispersed during the Great Fire, that dispersed it, or that scattered you to the wind. You immediately recognize your old friend.
Christy P. Mary Smelter.
Fuck up. It's Christina P. No, I'm just kidding. No, you recognize your old friend, Regna. Hey, Tango.
Oh,
I know, holy shit, right? I thought for sure I would never see you again.
what are you doing here?
Well, looking for a place to live. Kind of sucks being a refugee right now. Kind of wound up here.
Regna, I don't think you could have picked a worse place.
Oh, I didn't really pick it. I came here like 6 months ago, and then all of a sudden, night creatures started showing up, and now I can't get the fuck out. How did you even get in? How did you get here?
Squirrel suits.
You didn't.
We did.
You said you would never use those again outside of our bed. Come on now. I feel betrayed. You owe me a drink. You see like a wry smile. On
I
her
could
face.
do that. I could do that.
But no, wait, you squirrel suits? What are you talking about?
I'm actually here with some friends.
I look around and realize they're not here.
And I was here with some friends. We're trying to save somebody who was captured and we think brought here.
Right. One of our people from the Enclave?
No, one of my new people. I've taken up with a little adventuring party.
Oh,
Is there anyone else from the circle here?
yeah. There's like 7 or 8 of us. We kind of got caught up here. We've been trying to find a place to live. Did you find a home by chance? Somewhere we could go? Somewhere safe? The
Listen.
kingdom's gotten fairly unfriendly towards our type.
No, but check this out.
And I'm going to recount everything I know about Libra just really quick. Very quiet tones.
Okay, so you spend a better part of an hour
Yep.
going over everything Libra based. At the end of which,
and they're the ones who burned down the Enclave. It wasn't me. And they stole the sword of Ignar.
Cut to the stable. Where the fuck is Tango?
Do you think that mean tavern keeper got him?
I don't. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure he knows we're gone.
and then it cuts back. At which point, she looks at you. You'll understand that seems like a rather lot.
Oh, it is. It's been a crazy couple weeks.
Have you spoke to the Flame Mother in a while? Because the last I heard, she told me you were looking for a place for us.
Well, I still am, but the picture's gotten bigger. You know, there's even if we find somewhere new, we're not going to be safe until we reclaim our source of power. And
I get it. You gotta save the world.
Yeah, I feel a deep sense of shame right now, having lost my mission as a focal point.
You can see her usually bright demeanor and that sort of flame red of her hair, sort of dull to a more dark orange ember. It was something that you always enjoyed. You could tell what she was feeling from the sort of coloring of her hair. Well, it's great to see you. If you want to come by and visit, we've set up a small camp on the southern edge here, inside the wall, of course. I'd be careful though. Here, we're not well liked. There were 20 of us when we started, and we're sort of down to 9. Just
who
watch yourself.
was it that you lost?
Well, we lost quite a few. We lost Janice, Morin, Crispy,
3,
Harry,
4. You did this, Davis.
George,
5,
Farron,
6,
Mick,
7,
Joyce,
8,
Emery,
9.
and of course, we lost a few of our, well, let's just say, woodland friends who I counted among us.
Yeah, I tell you what, I actually have some more to talk to you about, but I'd rather talk to the rest of you. Is it okay if I bring a couple that I'm traveling with to
Sure. I would recommend you sort of come as a forerunner. A lot of our friends have gotten a little more closed in the past few months. They don't burn as brightly as they used to. But it's still good to see you. And she sort of puts a hand gently on your face. I've missed you.
Not you.
It was hard seeing you exiled.
As the matriarch wills.
Yeah, the matriarch willed a lot of things. Anyway, and she gets up, sort of a lingering hand on your shoulder before walking away. I think your friend. And as she does, I think I saw your friends leave for the stable when I was walking in. And she makes her way out the door.
I'm gonna give it a beat because I don't want to awkwardly walk in the same direction after
Yeah, I
saying
get it.
goodbye.
Yeah, I get it.
And then I'm gonna get up and head to the stables.
All right. You enter the stables and see Forte furiously prestidigitating the top bunk, as Trevor has already made friends with 3 of the horses.
And I picked up Willie and put him in his bed and tucked him in and wiped his brow.
It was wildly impressive,
Yeah, what?
but also very disgusting. Oh, look who's decided to come back.
What are you talking about? You walked out without me.
You've been gone for like an hour plus.
I ran into someone who might actually really be helpful for what we're dealing with here. I need to introduce you.
It wasn't
Both.
Hilda, was it?
No, it's
Okay, good.
it's an old friend. Here's a question. If we do stay here, what are we going to do about Willis? Because he's going to wake up and rat us out as soon as he sobers up.
If he sobers up.
Are you implying that we just keep him drunk forever?
No, I'm just implying he's a drunk. I feel like he will do that on his own. Or, Willis is asleep.
Yeah.
I'm going to use Universal Mind to speak into his thoughts while he's asleep. Willis. Willis.
Which voice is this one?
It is I, your grandfather.
Oh no, Grandpapa. I'm sorry.
You will be.
I didn't mean to kill you.
But you did. And I am now dead. And I will haunt you unless you let these 3 people here.
Which 3 people?
Turn around, you fool.
What? You see him tossing and turning in his sleep.
Whoa. Hey there, buddy. You're okay.
There's a tiefling, a human, and a halfling. They will keep me at bay. Otherwise, I will torment you nightly. Keep them close.
All right.
Let the strong, strapping one work in this table.
Will you do my job for me?
As long as you
You
keep
try to take my job?
drinking, you piece of shit.
Oh, fuck you, Granddad.
Listen here, you killed me, and I will not leave you alone. Now, if you want me gone out of your life for good, keep those 3 around if you ever describe them.
All right, roll persuasion.
That was long enough of a scene, I guess.
I had my fun.
Good. 18. Thank God I have an 11 on persuasion. Jeez.
You all watch as his brow furrows and he sweats, and there is a disconcerting fervor to his nodding as he's asleep, as if to some invisible entity in front of him.
Booga, booga, booga.
You see him sort of grasp his chest and retch off the side.
And then I cut the connection.
Okay.
Well, I gotta clean that up.
Well, I was saying maybe we go stay at one of the refugee camps inside the walls here.
Why can you not speak faster than I think and act, Tango?
Listen, I was in the middle of a sentence and you just went into this weird trance. It was honestly super weird to watch. Your eyes rolled back and he started flailing.
All I did was Do my eyes roll back when I link with someone telepathically? Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's
Yeah.
a real giveaway.
And with your skin tone, the all white eyes is rather unsettling.
Okay, but I should probably stay here. I feel like this is a good visible spot. Like I already told several people that I work here. So if I stay here, then it'll give us more of a foothold into the camp.
You know what? That's a great idea. I go back to Willis.
Oh my god.
Look, boy! You can ignore the tiefling and the halfling. Booga booga! All right, guys, I think I
I want
covered
you to
that
roll
one.
me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution?
Yeah. -2.
-2?
Yeah.
7.
Total?
Yeah.
You watch as this man begins to convulse and spasm, and a bit of foam coming from the edge of his mouth.
I lay on hands.
Ooh, does that stop a seizure?
Roll me medicine.
Find out.
Find out this time on So You Want to Be a Hero. Killing Grandpappy.
18.
As you lay on hands, you quickly pull him off the cot into the ground and hold him steady so that he doesn't bang around and hit his head and throw his limbs. You turn him on his side and manage that, and you watch as he slowly calms back to that fitful sort of stupor.
Right. Well, I'm done visiting other people's minds.
Yeah, if I could just real quick, because this seems important, please don't ever do that to me.
No promises.
So, just so I'm clear, we're planning to split up for the night. You're going to stay here, Trevor?
Well, did you want me to come meet your friends? I can sleep here, but I can still go.
I would like that.
Yeah.
Although...
Are we meeting them tonight? Also, does tonight have any meaning? What is time when it's always night?
What is time?
Honestly, great question.
Wow. I did actually not even think about that. Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of wide awake at the moment. Let's see. It took us roughly 8 hours to get here, and we left in the morning. We got to be near evening.
What? Yeah, what, like, what time is it for us?
We don't know
physically?
because it's night out.
Roll me insight.
Don't you ask
Okay.
God.
Don't you ask God.
You
Well-
guess like the rest of us.
Oh, I thought it was a nat 1, but it's a 9. 11.
Natural 9.
11, you said? Mm-hmm. It's hard to gauge the time as it is perpetual night, but you imagine that it's somewhere between noon and 7 p.m.
Wow. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's what a 9 plus 2 gets you.
Nope, fair enough.
Either way, still wide awake.
Yeah.
Are your friends expecting us?
Well, I told Regna that I would be by and I'd bring you guys. Listen, I'm thinking with their help and the disciples of Aboria coming, we do enough prep work. We could take this fort, and then finding Sparrow becomes a lot easier.
Time out. Forgetting one minor, itty-bitty little issue. The forest full of ravenous creatures that we are assuming one man is controlling and keeping out of here, that when 30, maybe 40 people take over, they will just let them in.
Are we...
They could fly in on the rock.
That's not the problem there, Trevor. It's post.
It's the ballista.
What? No, it's
We gotta sabotage the ballista, Tango.
That is on my checklist, yes.
Am I talking to a wall? I just look at the nearest horse. Do I make sense to you? Thank you. Which one's this, Trevor?
Gordon.
And this is Joseph.
All right. Thank you. I don't love it when I talk to animals and they talk back. It's just crazy enough happened a lot in the past few weeks.
Okay. So, are we assuming that Dr. Theremin has control of the creatures?
Stop saying.
We should probably give him a nickname.
How about Deets? D and T. Deet.
Deet.
What about?
Okay, let's not spend too much time thinking of a nickname. I think we've all settled on Deet at this point. But also, let's just. Where are they? Do you know where they're actually at, your friends?
Well, she gave me an idea. I'm sure we can find it. That being said, I do think it would probably behoove us to travel somewhat separately.
Well, I've already established that I am the grandfather of Eric, so we can travel together. So.
I mean, adoption could be involved, but also I was just using it sort of as an honorific in my head, but I can reassess our roles. Yeah. Anyway, I think you're pretty addled is what your role is.
Yes, I am Ortho, the monk from the outskirts of Tarn.
Now, are you really a monk, or do you just sometimes think you're a monk?
Oh, wow, that's a good question. Let's go with sometimes think I'm a monk. I feel like crazy old guy is a easier route for me.
Perfect.
Oi, Willis, you up?
Ah,
And you-
ghosts!
And you hear footsteps coming towards the stable. The door is closed at the moment.
I dive into
I
crawl up top.
come out and go, oh, no, sorry. He just had an episode, so I'm letting him rest.
Oi, who the fuck are you?
I'm his apprentice, Eric. The stable boy?
You see a younger man, shaven hair, all the way down to almost sort of skin, a small beard, and the colors of the Rule Empire. Oi, I don't recognize you, mate. You said you're a new hire here?
Well, sorta.
Look, I need to speak to Willis. I have a horseshoe that needs fixing.
Oh, I can do that.
Right, but I don't know you. What's your name?
Eric.
Eric.
Uh-huh.
You recently hired Eric?
Yeah. I was sort of bouncing around, wasn't sure where I fit in. So they apprenticed me to Willis.
Sure. All right, then. And he, the horse is just out front of the post. Come collect the shoe from him.
Yeah, I'm on it.
All right, grab your tools. I'll wait for you here.
I go inside and get the tools.
Okay. Have you ever taken a horseshoe off?
Trevor probably has.
All right.
I was going to say, we've already established Trevor builds fences and fixes wagon wheels. Horseshoes, nothing.
All right, so you go grab the tools and head back out, leaving the two of you. And, all right, step 2, let's go. At this point, you follow the young man as he leads you through the streets.
Mm-hmm.
There is almost no one on the roads beside the guards. People have already begun to sort of pack it in and get to their homes very early in the evening, you would imagine. Upon heading towards the front gate, you see a small makeshift stable where the horses that are for patrol are being kept. You see a group of guards standing there and an older gentleman in full plate armor speaking to a set of them. He has what looks like sort of dusty gray hair with streaks of pure white in his beard, a scar of a slash across his face, and the plate mail is perfectly formed him, custom made, with this emblem of what looks like a moon set into it. He has a harsh demeanor to him as he's speaking to the three in hushed tones, as your guide walks you past him into the stables and takes you to the last horse, a midnight black with what looks like cracked shoe.
All right.
All right, we'll get to it, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know how to describe this because I, Emily, don't know how to shoe a horse. But whenever Trevor couldn't afford to stay at an inn, he would very often stay at a stable and work in the mornings as payment. So he's pretty familiar with stables and general work therein.
Sure. So you begin to shoe the horse. The first thing I need you to do is an animal handling check,
Okay.
as you have to first calm the creature and then lock the leg that is going to be shoed.
Which leg is it?
It is the back right.
Great. Good luck.
Now, what if I had some dried apple in my pocket and we called it persuasion?
You are building I guess you're trying to build a relationship with this horse. You grab some dried apple and you move to it. And go ahead and give me an animal handling with advantage.
Nat 20.
Ooh.
As you place the apples in front of it, you watch as very cautiously at first it takes a slice of it. There's just a little bit of cinnamon that had been dusted on it and left. As it gets... You watch as it chews and then immediately goes to take another bite. More enthusiastic than the first.
Mm-hmm.
And that sort of wariness dissipates. Oi, he likes you. That's new. Bucks me off every time I get on, the fucking idiot.
Well, you are approaching from the left, right?
Oi, sometimes.
You gotta do that all the time. Consistency is key.
From the fucking left, are you mad?
No, I'm serious.
Why does that matter?
It's a thing when horses are trained.
Whatever, just get fucking done.
Is it your left or the horse's left?
The horse is left. Oh, are you here?
Oi, what are you doing, Pete? You're supposed to be on the fucking wall. Get up there.
Sorry, I just really like watching the hooves get trimmed and balanced.
Oi, we talked about this.
Oh, yeah, I'm
There's
sorry.
the reason you can't be left alone in the stables, Pete. You want to be a character in my scene?
But the manes are so beautiful.
Oi, up the ladder you go, mate.
Okay, all right, I'm sorry.
From the left. From the left.
All right, now there's a good boy. And Trevor keeps his hand on the horse's flank as he walks down towards the hoof in question, so that the horse is tracking where he is and feels comfortable.
You feel like you can pretty easily get this horseshoe off. Is there anything during this time you wish to ask or speak to this guard who's sort of sitting there watching you, smoking, or are you just trying to listen and catch anything that is happening here?
I'm listening and I'm making little inane, soothing comments to the horse to see if I can prompt the guy into giving more information. Like, you're a real beaut, you know that? I bet you belong to somebody real important.
Better believe it is. I wouldn't have gone to fucking get it shoot in the middle of the night. It's freaking Commander Donhorn's horse. It's higher rank than I am.
That explains it. He knows his horse flesh. That's a thing people say.
I love horse flesh.
Fucking Pete, I'm gonna kick you over the fucking wall.
I see why it might sound weird now that he says it.
Everything he says sounds fucking weird. Yeah, he's Commander Donhorn's horse. If you can't tell, he's well fed. Better than the rest of us.
I'm surprised. I don't really see any scarring on him or anything.
That's because he never fucking goes out. I know he broke his shoe. And it's all soft earth out there, too. I don't understand, but whatever.
You just came back to the stable and it was broken.
Aye.
Can I?
Can you?
Can I like make an investigation check?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. With a -1. 13.
As you look at this horse, you can tell that he gets exercise. It hasn't begun to sort of wither. It's strong. It's moved about, and something that crack a horseshoe, it needs to move over. Stupid Pete. It needs to move over stone and other sort of harder substances or metal. You didn't see anything like that from the rock as you were over. It must be getting its exercise somewhere. Or moving about maybe within Arminsguar?
Wow. A fancy horse like you, I bet you have a gorgeous training ring.
The horse nor the man responds.
But you gotta be careful. You can't just go around cracking shoes like that. Shoes don't grow on trees. I checked.
That's the truth. Melted down my own fucking cauldron. What's so funny, Davis?
Well, that sucks. This poor guy.
Wow. Are we running low on supplies?
Aye, lad. We have been for a while.
I just didn't realize it was that bad.
Didn't realize. I understand you're new to the stable, but surely you're not new to Arminsguar. We haven't had anyone come in months.
Right. I came in with that last group a while back, but people don't really talk to me much, and I just try to stay out of people's way, you know.
Sure. All right. Well, you finish up. I've got other tasks to attend to. I got to walk the wall and make sure Pete isn't doing whatever the fuck Pete does.
Yeah, Pete seems a little shifty.
Aye. And he steps out, leaving you alone with the horse. There's nothing else you want to do, you finish up the horse and we'll return
Do
to
I
your
see the
friends.
horse's name on his tack anywhere?
He finishes off the horse? What?
God damn it, Davis.
Pete, the horse pervert, go away.
The whole room is turned against me. And I didn't even make the choice to be a horse pervert. John made that choice. I didn't want to be this way. It's how God made me.
As you step out of his pen, you do see a small placard. It's called the First Shadow. So Shadow for short.
Well, you have a good evening, Shadow. Then you watch it with those stones or walkways or wherever you've been trotting around. You be careful.
He stares at you with his dark black eyes.
Yep. Just like a horse.
And you make your way back. Another 2 hours has passed as you've been left alone in the stable with Willis.
About an hour ago, I would have left Forte by himself at the stables to go visit the rest of the circle.
All right, Forte, was there anything you did during that hour before we reconvene everyone to moving to the circle?
You go up to the second level of the stables, and it's clean.
Perfectly.
Perfectly clean.
We're supposed to keep extra hay up there.
I need to sleep, Trevor. And I'm not sleeping on... Well, okay, to be fair, I did make I prestidigitated a hay bed. So... That's gotta count for something. But the rest of it, spotless. Or spotless, as normal people would say.
That's the hay fever kicking
The hay
in.
fever's got me. Forte's just up top going, I am miserable. I cannot breathe. And I hate this with every fiber of my being. Now I'm also the monk with the stuffy nose.
All right.
I've made a lot of wrong turns in my life. Howard was one of them.
You make your way down with Trevor, and both of you depart to head to the circle, with Tango a few, let's say 30, 40 minutes ahead of you. You find the circle and its small array of lean-to buildings and tents that are set up. You can immediately smell the sick around it. Things are dilapidated, falling apart. The animals, while still nourished, are looking on the thinner side. There are a couple of small dogs, bear, a cat, like young cubs and things like that.
Did you say a bear?
Yeah,
Okay.
not too uncommon, at least from where they're from. But like a black bear, by the way, not like a grizzly bear. What?
Well, you're not wrong. One's easier to have as a pet.
Yeah. Making your way there. Upon arriving, you can see that it is a small sect of your enclave. They were what were called the Tinders. They watched the ceremonial fires and kept them lit, and were responsible for, burning sort of large overgrowths and keeping the land fueled. They controlled fires, right? It was what they did. The group, like you said, you imagined was 20 at one point and has dropped to 8. There are barely any of them left, and most of them look sickly.
I just want to clarify. When I asked you to list names earlier, I had no idea you said 20 to 8. I thought you said 12 to 8. I am so sorry that I asked you to list 12 names. I was like, give me 3 or 4 people.
I just thought you were being a dick the whole time. That's why I started counting. I was like, God, at 20 to 8, all right.
Now I feel like a dick. I'm so sorry.
Now the horse pervert feels like a dick.
Sometimes you feel like a dick, sometimes you don't.
And so as you arrive, Regna comes out of her small tent. There's a small ceremonial fire that has been built in the center, a little larger than a campfire, and greets you. Ah, welcome, Tango. I didn't expect you so soon.
There's a lot to discuss.
No, absolutely. Are your friends coming?
They should be here in maybe half an hour. I told them to give me some time to talk to you.
Okay, good.
Well, I told one of them. The other one disappeared with a horse or something.
Right.
I hope they both come.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you told them where we were.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think first things first, you should greet everyone, and I'm sure they'll want to hear some news. I won't lie, we were sort of hoping you found a home for us. I hadn't quite delivered the news yet. I was sort of waiting for morning, that we were still searching for a home, and that all that stuff with Libra, I hadn't really passed that all on yet. It's kind of, well, yeah, things aren't great. So, Speaker of the Flame Mama, I'll give you the floor. And she sort of pushes you to the small circle of people around the fire. You can see their faces brighten when they see you. The one who was supposed to find them a home. The one who spoke to the Mother of Flames. And you see them all expectantly quiet.
Hi. The flame never dies.
Flame never dies.
Flame never dies.
I see some faces I recognize and some I don't. And seeing you now, I realize you're probably all hoping I've come to lead you to a new promised land. And I just want to make it very clear from the start, that is not a possibility yet.
You watch their faces fall.
But well, hold on.
Oh, shit.
But there will be. Okay. I'm just, you know what? I'm not even going to sugarcoat this at all. Every druidic enclave, every member of the Lesser Pantheon, their peoples have come under attack. And we are facing a potential genocide on a continental level. It's not just happened to us. It has happened to Biome, and I'm sure others, including the followers of Aboria. But their followers have stayed strong, as we will also do. And it begins here, now. I need you. The Flame Mama needs you.
Roll persuasion. The Flame Mama needs you.
Great. This was never my forte. 10.
But
It's average. Half of them like you.
You can see they're tired people. They have been abused. They are sick. They are ailing. They are dying. They want to believe, but what you said hasn't resonated yet.
Oh, yeah. I get that. She wasn't ready for a speech.
I know things are bleak, The shadows always push back against the light. But as I was saying, it begins here. There is an enclave. Shepherds, disciples of Aboria coming here. And we need to help them take this fort.
But they keep killing us.
And now we're going to kill them with righteous flame.
You see,
What do you got, Jester? Wait, no Jesters to go. What was your name again? Sorry. What was your name again?
Give it to you. I was talking about my sheep, Jester. But now my name is Vengeance.
you see, Regna. Eyes go wide at this proclamation of like taking the fort. Oh, and of course, and I'm sure that they will offer us safe harbor afterward. And we have a plan for dealing with the said monstrosities outside the gate.
The plan is a rock.
A giant bird.
Oh, I thought he meant a stone.
I thought he said a wreck.
Nope.
Wait, which one is it?
Has the Flame Mother told you this is the path?
Well,
Tell us exactly what she said.
yeah. I am going to panic, pray in my head, and see if I can hear from the Flame Mama. My goal here is to basically go into the Avatar state. I want the Flame Mama to speak through
I'm
me.
going to call this divine intervention. Go ahead and roll me a D100. If you roll under your level, Flame Mama takes over.
Great. Under level 6. This is a 31. I wanted to lie to you so bad.
As you reach out, the Flame Mother, and seek her guidance, it was always she who spoke to you. And her visits have become less frequent as of late. You don't know why, but you feel like you can't reach her right now. But you have spoken to her before, you've spoken for her. Maybe this is a moment to speak when she cannot.
The god you have tried to reach is not home right now. Please leave a message at the sound of the gong.
This is going to be remembered as a moment where we as a people decided whether we survive or not. And I know there are many more cast to the wind,
The two of you walk up as he's giving this.
but at this moment, I am the chosen of Ignar, and you are the chosen of Ignar. And we stand here now, or your flame is extinguished.
The flame ever burns.
The flame ever burns.
And the chosen light the way.
I nod thank you to Regna.
Righteous flame of Ignar will burn these walls down.
All right, roll me persuasion with advantage.
That's right, we do it for Jester.
We do it for Chester.
God damn it, I rolled a 3 and a 4.
What is your plus on persuasion?
10.
10.
You know what? I would like to use Lucky for the first time ever.
Yeah!
I've had it forever. So
Use it.
Do I roll both again since
Yes,
I have advantage?
you had advantage, so re-roll the roll.
Nat 20.
You can feel your words falling upon deaf ears for a moment. And in that, you realize that for some, faith cannot just be spoken into existence. It must be shown. And you pull a bit of your magic and flame to you as your eyes wisp with flame and fire. Your voice carrying the boom of a raging wildfire, warmth, and the campfire in front of you burst into flame in the shape of the mother as you speak the words, and you watch them all fall silent and drop to their knees and touch their heads as they praise you. Even Regna.
Trevor, this is new. What I know of Tango, this does not make any sense.
Should we clap
Ah.
or kneel? I'm not really
Absolutely
sure on
not.
the.
No, I don't know.
The matriarch brings allies to our side. These are our comrades. Please join us.
I am Ortho the monk.
You don't have to lie to these people.
Maybe not these people, but all of these people.
You see the guards on the wall watching.
I'm sure they
From
noticed the
distance.
flame.
Oh, I got lost again. Eric, we should not be here.
Let's continue on our nightly constitution.
Thank you, and then I can take my nightly constitutional.
Oh, venerated elder, please.
No, please don't touch me.
He gets real upset when people touch him.
Oh, please, if you would guide him, we have a place for the sick and an empty tent.
Are the guards like watching this?
I mean, they're watching, sort of. I mean, they're interested. They just watched a flame erupt, and a people that they were already sort of concentrating. But a room offered to you. It's clean. It's unused. After one of our friends passed away, we left it open in remembrance.
Clean, you say?
I mean, to the best of our ability, yes. We cleansed it with fire.
Can I see the room from here? I'm like trying to peek my head.
I mean, you can see the tent. It doesn't appear singed or burned, but it looks like a normal camping tent. Nothing out of the ordinary, nothing special.
Eric, leave me here to die.
Whatever you say, Granddad.
I shall die in this tent, happily.
Excellent. And she looks at you, Tango, but moves to the flap and opens it for you. Would you like to settle in it?
I'll be right there.
Oh, all right. And
Here I go, by myself, into the tent of death.
Okay, I'm a coming. Here, lean on me.
would you like to join your friends for a moment?
I would. Just 1 sec, and then I kind of want us all to talk.
Sure,
A little bit.
I'll wait for you to call me in.
There's a lot of planning to be made. So I go inside and I close the flap. Okay.
I don't know if you noticed, but all the guards were staring, and you said they don't like these people.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Got a little carried away, but it was important.
I have so many questions and not enough time to go through that right now. So let's just say, the fuck?
The fuck?
What was that, Tango?
That was the beginning of raising the resistance.
And with that, thank you all so much for listening. That'll be the end of our episode. We're 5 best friends that said fuck it and pressed record. I'm John Garza. With me is Emily Robinson,
Bye, guys.
Weindel, and our new cult leader, Davis McQueen.
Ja, Herr Gut Außen.
I don't know what that means, boys and
It
girls.
said, yes, Mr. Handsome.
Oh, all right then.
Just gonna keep hitting on my boyfriend in different languages.
Yes.
Well,
At least you know the limits.
that's true. I would like to thank all of you so much for listening. please follow us on all of our social media platforms like Blue Sky, Threads, Instagram, and YouTube. Join our Discord server. It's mostly Brad and Lost talking, but you know, we enjoy more people. If you like this
If you like this con,
yeah, if you like this pyramid
have
scheme.
I got a better one for you?
Yeah, if you like this podcast.
Have you tried Mary Kay?
Okay, guys. If you like this podcast, please share it with your table of friends. Special thanks, of course, to the Bard Queen and Bardficer for letting us use their song At Our Door as our outro. We are So You Want to Be a Hero. Stay heroic out there, guys. My God, I didn't think you guys would start a cult.
You made a horse pervert.
Yeah, but that was to punish it for stealing my seed.
Did you actually start the outro song?
I'm about to, right
Oh,
now.
okay.
Lost gave me shit for not leaving like funny clips at the end before I started the outro.
because we started doing that. Well, we missed one episode. It's fine. Maybe just we weren't funny enough.